Austin singer-songwriter Suzanna Choffel, someone you see here often on Good Day Austin, talking about the live music coming up in this city. But today we're focusing on Suzanna's music.
Yeah, she does plenty of her own and other things as well. Good Day Austin's Casey Claiborne back in with more. Hey, Casey.
Yeah, Katie and Dave, she's become a familiar face and voice in Austin music media, both her singing voice and her speaking voice. You've probably heard Suzanna Choffel on commercials for a certain iconic Texas-based burger chain. Here's the story behind that, as well as the story behind Suzanna, who has been bringing her passion for music to Austin's live music scene since she was just a kid. That's Little by Little from Suzanna Choffel's new album, Bird by Bird. We'll get back there. For right now, let's take it step by step, era by era. Suzanna was born and raised here in Austin, near the sights and sounds of live music. At first, she lived in North Austin. When her parents split up, she moved south.
Wow, it was like culture shock back then. I don't know if it's as much anymore, but back then it was like there were no live music venues north. Suddenly, I'm growing up down the street from Broken Spoke, Saxon Pub.
She joined a band called Red-Headed Stepchild.
We would play like rhythm and blues covers and all kinds of fun stuff at the Broken Spoke and Saxon Pub, and I was like 14 years old. Like my friends couldn't even get in, but these were special like day shows. They would make it all ages.
Young Suzanna played piano and sax, and soon the guitar after her mom put one on layaway for her.
I got me a little Fender acoustic, and I just locked myself in my bedroom and like fell in love with playing the guitar. So, just started learning Sheryl Crow and, all Fleetwood Mac and Fiona Apple and anything I could.
Suzanna studied music in college, came back to Austin around '04, put out an album, and then moved to New York City with her husband. It was there she got a phone call about a still relatively new show on another network called The Voice. Her friend Nakia had already been featured on the show.
I called Nakia, actually, and was like, should I do this, And he's like, do it. It's amazing for the opportunities, and it's just a cool experience.
Adam Levine and Blake Shelton turned for her. She went with Team Blake.
I don't regret it. I always say I'd never regret doing The Voice. It exposed me to fans all over the globe, which is really cool. It's just this platform that's hard to, when you're an independent artist, it's kind of impossible to get that kind of PR and exposure.
After a couple of super cold winters, it was time for this Texas girl to head on back to Austin. Around 2017, Suzanna got what she calls a dream DJ gig at Sun Radio.
Growing up in Austin, I'm sure it's like radio was so impactful. You almost felt like you were like friends with the DJs, and they were always turning you on to great new music, new bands. So I was like, man, that would be a cool job.
Hey, let's take a quick break from this music feature to talk juicy hamburgers.
Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. Just like you like it.
Recognize the voice? That's Suzanna Choffel's side hustle. She did a number of spots for Whataburger's national ad campaign in 2023. The way you like it. Is that Whataburger? What's that burger?
Just like you like it. Just I should know. Whataburger, just like you like it. There we go.
There
okay. Yeah, I had to get into the Whataburger mode, way of being.
And you said that in commercials.
Yes,
okay.
a lot.
Now that we've taken it burger by burger, it's time to talk about the new album, Bird by Bird. Birthed out of the pandemic, she recorded with Fiona Apple's band in L.A. in 2021, and later at the legendary Sonic Ranch in El Paso. In the songwriting, I think we talked about this when you performed at the show, you're sort of in a different headspace because you got kids and you got old, they're getting older, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really does shift your perspective a lot as a human, as as a human, an artist, a creative, everything.
Suzanna says some of the songs are about motherhood, finding her own voice again, mental health, as well as songs about issues in our country, like Breonna Taylor.
Bird by bird, stone by stone, tooth by tooth, bone by bone. Like, don't get so overwhelmed by everything. Let's just take things bit by bit. And it's sort of become a really lovely mantra that I've tried to keep with me throughout the craziness of the world.
Plenty of chances to see and hear Suzanna Choffel over the next few months. She's got a residency at Seaboys, and she's a featured artist this March at South by Southwest. Suzanna Choffel. Suzanna, thank you so much. You can buy her album. You can stream it. It's SuzannaChoffel.com. It was Suzanna's birthday this week, by the way, so happy birthday, Suzanna. And this Friday, she's got her big birthday celebration at Seaboys Heart and Soul, so go check that show out.